Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're watching Green Wave TV, alternative media television. A lot of people don't really understand, even still, what Benghazi Gate is about. In fact, over the weekend, Bill Maher on his show said, hey, no one's even explained this to me. What's the big deal with Benghazi?
Public in America this week, Benghazi was all the rage. If you watched Fox News, this story was like, they saved Hitler's brain, times men walk on the moon. It was the biggest story ever. And if you listen to normal people, it was just some partisan dopes trying to make political hay off some dead bodies. I still don't know what the scandal is.
And that shows just the ignorance, the gross ignorance among the mainstream media. Maybe Bill Maher was feigning that, who knows, he's a pretty smart guy. Maybe he's completely in the dark, but it shows that most of America has no idea why Benghazi is potentially bigger than Richard Nixon's Watergate. And I'm here to explain why. What makes Benghazi such a big deal is the White House lied about it. It was a fabrication, and they misled you, the public, on national television. When Susan Rice came on camera and did the circuit on Fox News, MSNBC, NBC, CBS, etc., and said that the attack in Benghazi at the Libyan American embassy that killed Christopher Stevens and 3 other Americans, that's 4 people dead. Remember, nobody died during Watergate, during that snafu. When she said on behalf of the Obama administration that that was not a terrorist attack, that that was not a pre-planned event, that was a lie.
It began spontaneously in Benghazi as a reaction to what had transpired some hours earlier in Cairo, where, of course, as you know, there was a violent protest outside of our embassy sparked by this hateful video.
That was a direct fabrication to you and me, Joe Blow, public on the street. And the Obama administration would have known that. How do I know that? Because a lot of Democrats are going to say, Christopher, Obama was in the dark. He didn't know what was going on in Libya. But that's incorrect. Because what was going on in Libya, which has been going on the past few months, really, over the past few years, if you remember, President Barack Obama invaded, bypassing Congress, and invaded Libya and helped to topple the regime of Libyan leader, one of the richest people on the planet, Muammar Gaddafi, who had recently been organizing Northern Africa and Middle Eastern countries to move away from the petrodollar relationship. That means trading oil in U.S. dollars as a medium of exchange. They're moving to other currencies now. They were moving to the dinar, the Libyan currency. They've looked at moving to other currencies such as the Iranian rial. And China, in fact, is also buying oil now in gold. And using baskets of currency and disengaging from the U.S. dollar petrodollar relationship. Always follow the money because it's about the money, and it's one of the principal reasons President Barack Obama, having bypassed Congress, just like George W. Bush invaded Iraq and Afghanistan, Barack Obama invaded Libya and ended up killing one of the richest people on the planet. But the question is why? And how does this translate into Benghazi Gate? Well, after President Barack Obama, through Western influence and using Western forces and helping to arm the Libyan insurgents, some of these groups which make up the LIFG, the Libyan Islamic Fighting Group, which is a terrorist organization with connections, direct link to Al-Qaeda. Yep, that's correct. The United States has been arming Al-Qaeda, not just in Libya, but this has been occurring for much of the past several decades. It's just the American sheeple don't realize this because the mainstream media and the president, whoever that is at the time, has a tendency to demonize the Donald Duck, Osama bin Laden, fear-mongering characters. So Barack Obama goes to Libya, ousts Muammar Gaddafi through groups by helping to fund and arm organizations, terror organizations, linked directly to Al-Qaeda that includes the LIFG, the Libyan Islamic Fighting Group, which is exactly why, as we cut to Benghazi Gate, it was exactly why Christopher Stevens, a CIA liaison of the United States, a CIA representative, was based in doing business on behalf of the Obama political machine in Benghazi, which got him killed. Christopher Stevens was actually meeting with people like Abdel Hakim Belhaj, who was and is the leader of the LIFG, the Libyan Islamic Fighting Group, and trading arms with him and helping to funnel and traffic guns from a newly toppled, very convenient Libya, having ousted Muammar Gaddafi, and trafficking those weapons to Syria, which is also engaged currently in a violent civil war, much to do with and because of this direct intervention of the United States in Libya. So that's the cover-up. The cover-up is that the Obama administration obviously knew they were on the inside, knew Christopher Stevens was the CIA liaison, knew that they were trafficking weapons of war to Syrian insurgents, groups like the LIFG, with direct links to Al-Qaeda, to now overthrow the regime of Bashar al-Assad, the leader of Syria. And so what makes this such a big deal is not only do people like Susan Rice and the Obama political arm lie to the American people about the fact that this was not a planned terrorist event, which it obviously was. It happened on the anniversary of September 11th. It was clear that it was an organized front. The CIA and Obama's administration actually ordered our forces to stand down as the attack was taking place in Libya that ultimately got Christopher Stevens and these other people killed. And the reason for that is they were covering up what was really going on in Benghazi. They didn't want to get their hands, or caught red-handed with their hands in the cookie jar as they were transferring these weapons of war over to Syria, which is an illegal activity. And is a war activity. And the fact that they lied about it to the American people makes it potentially worse than a Richard Nixon Watergate scenario.
Please share this video with as many people as possible and help us get the truth out to the people of the world. We can't sit idle in the face of tyranny and allow these war crimes to continue. Please share this video on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, and all other social media platforms. Follow us on Facebook at Greenwave TV, Twitter at Greenwave, and find more videos like these as well as source material at Greenwave and AMTVmedia.com. As always, I'm Christopher Green, hard-hitting and in your face.